Hi, from now on I'm going to be publishing my business related videos in this channel. I am going to share this video with you right now that I published about 2 years ago in my main channel where I publish my vlogs right now. And I want you to go ahead and watch this video. It's going to cover the aspects of housing business in a very general sense. And again, in the upcoming videos, I'm going to kind of concentrate on certain areas of housing business for now to begin with. And go ahead and watch this first.
So how do you start a subletting business? First, a lot of people think subletting is an illegal activity. I mean, when you sublet your apartment, this is totally not the case. All you have to do is speak with the landlord or the property manager and tell them you want to do this professionally. So what they do a contract with you, at least an annual contract. There's a section in a contract that allows you to basically sublet. That's it. In any contract across the states, there is always a section that talks about subletting. So all they have to do is give you permission to sublet. From that point on, you're good legally. You can go ahead and sublet to anybody. This is mostly the case in New York City and Los Angeles and Chicago, like big cities, as I mentioned before, and big universities and colleges. This is mostly practiced, very common. This is mostly done professionally. A lot of individuals, they sublet because they leave for the summer, etc. But there are also professional companies that do this. As far as I know, I'm most familiar with the West Los Angeles area. That's where I ran my housing business. It was called Global Homes LA. The website is actually still up, globalhomesla.com. I also have videos. I just keep them up there for personal reference. Once you get the contract all taken care of, all you need to do is go buy furniture, get cable and internet, electricity bill started. Again, you want to incorporate your business for liability purposes. I would highly recommend incorporating an S corporation or an LLC. I have a little bit of problem with my tongue. It's still swollen from a wisdom teeth operation, so I'm literally, I can hardly talk right now.
Okay.
You don't want to go for a C Corp for tax purposes. Again, the best practice, for example, my corporation is an S corporation. I mean, you want to be relatively a bigger corporation in order to go for a C corporation. When you incorporate an S corporation, you're only supposed to pay tax from the amount you take from your business account. This is a whole different Monday Mantra topic. Maybe I can get into this, different type of incorporations and etc. all that in a different video. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the subletting housing business. So once you buy the furniture, I personally recommend IKEA, or if you know a local store or a furniture store in your local neighborhood, you can also do business deals with them. You can promise them a long-term business, and you can also promise them an advertisement maybe in office. So they will give you a discount. Okay, so 2-bedroom apartments are ideal for college campuses. What you do is you rent a 2-bedroom apartment and then you turn them into shared rooms. So you basically put 4 beds in a 2-bedroom apartment. That is mostly very commonly practiced, and then you charge each person deposit and the first month's rent. When it comes to studios are usually pretty popular for traveling business professionals. For example, I mostly rented out my studios to professionals coming from New York City. They came, they stayed for at least a month or so, or even for 2 weeks if you do Airbnb business, which I highly recommend for studio businesses because you can make up to $2,000 per month profit out of doing renting studios on Airbnb.com. Not so much for shared rooms. Shared rooms are not really going to rent. Well, you can end up renting on Airbnb shared rooms too, but again, that is not a very popular option. That's just a waste of your time, personally thinking. Talking about West Los Angeles, in West Los Angeles, the rent is pretty high. So for a 2-bedroom apartment, if you're extremely lucky, you can find a 2-bedroom apartment for $2,000, starting from minimum $2,000, going all the way up to $3,000, even $3,500, depending on the property. So you rent your apartment, you pay the deposit and the first month's rent. plus you pay for the furniture. So the furniture is completely investment money. You're not going to get that back unless you sell it on Craigslist or something. So that furniture is going to be yours. Again, your deposit stays with the company that you work with, and your first month's rent you have to pay for. And again, you want to rent your apartments as soon as possible so you get that money back. For 2-bedroom apartments, the average profit, in my calculations in detail, you can make possibly, realistically, you can make $1,000 per month. And again, with studios, which is my favorite, you can make up to $2,000 per month. That is the case with the studios, and that is the case with the 2-bedroom apartments. And again, who you rent to will be mostly, probably, I would guess 50%. If you did this business in, for example, Westwood, UCLA area, you're going to be working with a lot of international students and students, local students, domestic American students. Plus, you're going to be working with a lot of traveling business professionals. And again, if you did this in New York City or anywhere else in the United States, and I'm talking United States, you want to keep this within close range to universities and colleges, ideally. But again, you know, if you can get a deal in Manhattan, for example, I mean, sure, go ahead, go do a studio business. I'd be totally down for that. Let me tell you this isn't supposed to be a part-time business. You don't want to do this on the side to make more money. This is supposed to be a full-time business. So if you're going to get into this, do your research properly. And again, do this if you're going to like it. If you're going to love, if you like talking to people, if you like PR, because there's a lot of business aspect to this business. It may sound easy, but again, this is a serious business and it takes professionalism. You can't just do this. You can't just rent an apartment, get an idea. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rent one apartment, do this on the side. It's just going to be an extra income. Why not? You know, $1,000 per month plus more. Why not? But again, no, this is going to take up of your time. And if you mess up, this isn't going to end well, because I've seen a lot of small businesses that attempted to start this business in Los Angeles area, and you know, they all perished. Again, it's out of ethics and respect. I'm not going to share or give out any names of companies or the people. You get the idea. You get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm tired. Come on, give me a break. I'm kidding. I kid. I'm just really hungry and tired. And this coffee, this is like my third coffee so far. Yeah. What I'm doing, I'm basically going over my notes. When I sit in front of the camera and talk, you know, I have to take notes. Otherwise, I'm always like when I'm editing the videos, I'm like, oh, I should have totally mentioned that. Even when I work with my vlogs, I'm always like that. Oh, I totally forgot to say that. You know, I should have said that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It looks like I went over everything. So if you have any questions or comments, please drop it down there. I am happy to share my experience and knowledge with you guys. If you're considering this business seriously, again, feel free to drop a comment and I'm gonna get back to you guys. And again, I also make vlogs and short sketches in my free time. I upload my videos every other day. So if you like my vlogs, go ahead and check out my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Stay busy. And before I forget, the Monday Mantra quote of the day is: choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life, Confucius said once. So think about that before you get into any kind of business or any kind of hobby, you might say. So again, thank you for joining. I hope you liked my video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you guys next Monday. Stay busy. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye. I hope this camera is still recording. I'm gonna be so pissed.
Thank you for watching. And again, if you guys have any questions, please drop it down there. I'm going to get back to you. It can be about housing business. Obviously, it's going to be about housing business because this is a housing business video. Thank you for watching, and again, in the upcoming videos I'm going to go into more detail, mostly about housing to begin everything with, and then I'm going to probably kind of graduate into different areas or different aspects of business in general. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.